Hello, my name is Leonard Lawson, and this is a very basic high-level overview of Salesforce. So the first question you may have is, what is Salesforce? At a high level, Salesforce is a tool to help organizations collect, store, manage, and use their data. And it can handle a lot of data. Salesforce is used by companies as large as Delta Airlines and Marriott to keep track and handle customer and consumer data. Marriott uses Salesforce to enable customer experiences like allowing guests to check in from their cell phones and automatically setting that guest's room temperature to their preferred preference before even getting into the elevator. So this is really powerful software. So the next question is, why use Salesforce? And it's important to note here that we did not choose Salesforce out of a hat. We spoke with many different organizations around Guilford County, and they told us that there were three basic things that they needed from a data system in order to help them do their work. They needed it to be customizable, they needed reporting capabilities, and they needed it to have a really strong data infrastructure. So let's take a look at each of these areas in turn. So customization. Organizations told us that they have frontline staff who have their own processes, and they'd like a system that allows those frontline staff to continue doing the processes that they're used to. The translation here is that no one has time to do additional work, and so the solution has to be easy to adopt and for frontline staff to use. And that ease of adoption is made possible by the customization that Salesforce is so great at. So this is a standard Salesforce homepage. The powerful thing about Salesforce is that everything here is customizable, and it can be customized by just clicking and dragging. So, for example, there was an organization in Guilford County that told me that their nurses needed to be able to quickly switch back and forth between two or more patient profiles or patient records. And this is the type of customization that Salesforce can easily do. If you notice here, the top menu items have been replaced with tabs for multiple customer records. So it was customized very easily here to allow for that user requirement of being able to see multiple patient records very quickly switching back and forth. Next, we have reporting and metrics. We heard from organizations that they had funders and stakeholders that they needed to report out to. And so the translation was that they needed real-time data reporting, they needed dashboards, and they needed aggregated data for decision makers. Salesforce has a lot of dashboarding and reporting tools available. It has the ability to click on a graph and quickly drill down to the underlying data. Speaking of graphs and charts, it's incredibly easy to create your own graphs and charts from your own data. Finally, there was a need for strong data infrastructure. Organizations said they needed to be able to share data, they wanted to avoid the double entry of data, and they wanted to be able to do pre-population of forms. The translation of all of these quotes is that organizations needed a strong data infrastructure. If data is stored and organized correctly, then all of this is possible. But disorganized data is really hard to share and use. Salesforce has powerful tools like Schema Builder that allows you to see how your data is organized and how it's connected in a very visual format. Additionally, every data object and process has an API, and this allows not only the sharing of data, but it is also the reason that so much customization and reporting is even possible. Finally, there were two other elements in Salesforce that were not specifically requested, but I believe organizations will come to really love. The first is automation ability, and the second is extensibility. Because of the strong data infrastructure, it's really easy to automate repetitive tasks using clicks as opposed to code. In this example, I'm using Salesforce Automation Tool to create a rule that says anytime there's a new patient, schedule a follow-up call immediately and then wait 7 days to perform some other action. Finally, there's extensibility. In the same way you can add an app to your phone to give it the ability to do new things, in Salesforce, they have an application exchange that allows for the improving of Salesforce by connecting it with other programs. In this example, we see the Salesforce application that allows for Adobe to connect with Salesforce to allow for the electronic signing of documents.